67 Suburban for sale. Got some Bondo fall offage right there. Some interior. There's the wheel well. It's usually rusted to garbage and it's definitely got some holes, but it's pretty solid. Wood, not looking great, but solid. No super hole or anything. You can stand in there. Rear brakes aren't working out, or rear brake lights aren't working out currently. They're kind of flickering, so occasionally on, occasionally off. Back hatch is pretty solid. Got a little rust, but solid. Tailgate. Somebody did that to the tailgate, and they should be shot for it. Terrible. Tailgate, in my opinion, gonna need a new one, but it's on there. Rust. Worst rust hole on the thing. Right near the corner, on the corner. Gonna take a good body man on that. Lagwagon sticker, no extra charge. Rims are fairly new, but my dogs have pissed on them a few times, so that's awesome. Hit that little rusty spot. It's very solid. There's no hole there, but that's the ugliest spot on the rocker. Went through, painted, cleaned it up real good, hit it with some rust converter, then primered it and painted it with some Krylon just to protect it a little bit. Rusty door panels when I first got it. Pulled it apart. Did a little Bondo work right here. So a little something right there. It was kind of an ugly hole. Interior dash is uncut. Never seen this cluster configuration with the wipers and the lights on one side and the choke on the other. Gas gauge is currently not working, or it wasn't, but now it looks like it could be. Got this original truck seat I found through in there. It had some buckets that were just crap. Rear seat is K5 Blazer. It's mounted in there kind of janky, but it's kind of cool how it sits way back. Makes it like a mega cab. It's pretty cool. Windows all roll up. Everything works properly. Could probably use a little oil. 5-lug disc brake conversion. All CPP products. New shocks, brakes, dimpled slotted rotors. 402 big block out of a 70 Chevy, I believe. Newer battery. Currently leaking a little fuel somewhere. I got to figure that out. New plugs, wires, new MSD HEI distributor. Not like the Pimp MSD, but MSD brand HEI. It's brand new. New fuel pump. Mirrors are kind of cool. I only ever see them sideways, so it's kind of different. Windshield's good. Got some leaking up in the top around there. There is a rust spot right in the center, right there. There's a little bit of a blister happening. When I bought this thing, it had a headliner in it and an antenna, and that was a bad combination. It trapped all the rust up in there, but I had it sanded off looking pretty good. At one point it's kind of back. Rust never sleeps. Have all the door panels except that one, of course, the toughest one to find. It was rotten, it was rusted. Door sill on this side rusted through a little bit. Damn, something ugly happened on there. I don't know what the hell that is. That's like soda. There's door panels for the front. Rusted a little bit. A little bit more than a little bit. All the trim taken off, cleaned up as best as it could be. Obviously someone could do a better job of that, but that's all the trim that goes along the interior edge here. Suburban was originally green, and then the guy painted it root beer brown inside, and then he decided to paint it this awesome retro white and blue with root beer interior. It's got the 67 grill that is almost perfect. I can't really find anything wrong other than it needs a paint job. It's got the embossed GMC. Pretty cool grill. I dig it. It's lowered 3 inches, all new coils, all 4 corners. Probably has 1,500 miles on it. Paint buffs out, looks freaking great, but every winter the rubber around the edge runs down the door and it is a bitch to get off there. But I've done it a handful of times with some Meguiar's cleaner wax. Exhaust, I put some new tips on the end. The exhaust is old, but it when the guy parked it from having a bad fuel tank, the exhaust only had about 25,000 miles on it, so it's pretty decent. Needs a tune-up. Drove it, very rarely drive the thing. It's got an oil leak that drips right onto the exhaust, making it a smoke screen. So she just sits. It's the rear main seal. Kind of a bummer deal. So I just run this thing around the neighborhood occasionally. Last time I drove it, it had a little bit of a hiccup. Nothing major, but it did hiccup a couple times. So definitely need to go into the carburetor and start there, and hopefully that's what it is. But it's an old 40-year, well, the motor was rebuilt in around 87, and it's got around 40,000 miles on it. But the rear main seal went out. I would probably expect the rest of them to go out as well. But it's fun to drive around town. Took it through our hometown of Redding, California at the Cool April Nights Parade. Got a bunch of thumbs up. That door sill's looking pretty good. Doors closed good. Bondo on the other side, the door. There is Bondo right there, coming apart. So 1967 GMC Suburban. There was only 6,000 of them made, so I'm doubting very many are left. Vintage. Buy it. 10.5, Shasta Lake, California.